Mullington Snitch Center is here on the championship field. We're getting ready to watch Emerson versus the University of South Florida on the championship field, but I am with Alex Terry, who is a member of the board of directors for the International Quidditch Association. Alex, how's the tournament going so far?
It's going great. I mean, it's way beyond our expectations. It was a big jump to move it from New York all the way down here to Florida. But, ticket sales are up. Everything's going well. The facility is just amazing. And I think, bar none, we're very pleased overall as an organization with this move and how the crowd is responding to it.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that they had a problem with last year at the Quidditch at Randall's Island's Quidditch World Cup, Quidditch Cup 5, was the lack of facilities and the lack of food vendors and basically food and drinks for people. I mean, they were out of food and lines were standing in line for an hour long waiting for food. Here, there's no line. I just had lunch a little bit ago. I had a nice sausage sandwich over here. And I'll tell you what, I went in, got my stuff, and I was out in about a minute. And the bathrooms are lined up for people. There's no lines or anything, so it's obviously taken care of. But let's talk about the future of the IQA. What's some of the plans in place right now for what's going on next year?
Next year. Well, actually, every World Cup, we try and squeeze in a board meeting to kind of do a post-recap of the World Cup, as well as to talk about the future. For the future, we've obviously kind of figured out a little bit how to move the World Cup. This being the first year, we think it's quite successful. So we're looking into plans of like, okay, where are we going to take it next? I mean, there's been talks of Dallas, there's been talks of Chicago. Everyone kind of wants to see this thing grow. And in order to do that, we might have to move it from place to place. But as I said, we really love Kissimmee, and they've been a great host to us so far. So we might just continue to stay here for the following World Cups. But overall, I think as an organization, we're trying to expand more globally and internationally, and then try and have like a true, much larger World Cup, perhaps overseas, I don't know, in 10 years or so.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed is that the UK, I mean, they're the founders of Harry Potter. I mean, that's where Harry Potter belongs, is in the UK. They have a good showing for Quidditch over in the UK now. They did a great job at the Olympic Games last summer. So is it possible that sometime in the next maybe 3, 4, 5 years, we could be having the Quidditch World Cup in England?
I agree. I mean, the Olympic Games was kind of like the genesis of that. It was our first footprint overseas, truly, and I think it's something we're going to see continue to grow in the future. And I'm definitely looking forward to kind of creating an event in the UK that all these Quidditch fans can finally go and see like the original home place of where Quidditch began.
And let's get Luna commentating over there.
Yes, I agree. Luna, if you're watching, please come commentate the Quidditch World Cup, because it would be wonderful to have you.
Now, Ivana Lynch did try to do it over in, where were we, LeakyCon, right? And she did a great job. She was scared, she was nervous. She didn't really know the rules of the game or the teams playing, but she did a great job. And that would be fun to give her more experience over there. Now, one other question before this game starts, is we're going to be getting run over here real soon. Big controversy that I see is the women and guys ratio being set in stone. What do you do for an all-women's college?
An all-women's college, we've been battling this back and forth in the board meetings, and it's kind of in a scenario where we're like, it kind of encourages recruitment to kind of try and go and find other people to play with. I mean, technically it's not. We're playing with percentages right now. Like, is it going to be, does it have to be 75% of the actual college? So it's a tough, tricky one to ask. I can't personally say that I have the final say on that, but we're still discussing it as a board, and, we'll see where it goes, but we're going to try and be as equal as possible.
Sounds great. And you heard it right here. We're going to have equal throughout the world. Yep. Right now, let's watch Emerson versus USF. Brooms are almost up. Come on over.